Hey everyone, it's welcome back with another portfolio review. Figured I'd give some people some update as we've had a couple of good days in the market, and partially because the M1 Finance end of the month summary came out, so I can finally update that. Starting with this, everyone has seen it. We've all seen it. It's the unemployment that we've had, and the thing that's shocking to me is I'm just going to cover really quick, like how well the market's doing despite having this level of unemployment. Like, this is like a recession like we've never seen. I'm predicting it's going to be a recession because all it takes is 2 quarters of I think it's negative GDP. And let's see if I can zoom in on this. Yeah, I mean, no other point in history have we even crossed 1 million. It doesn't go back like into the Great Depression era, but I mean, at the end of March 21st, let's see if we can bring up a calendar really quick. Let's go up. So the end of the 21st, we're at 3 million, and then 1 week later, we have another 3 million. Is the number going to go up more than that? Who knows? We haven't gotten any updated information since then. And it's a crazy number. I mean, I technically haven't fallen into this category yet, even though I have been working from home. But I mean, it's basically like I've been jobless for 3 weeks. Like, it's definitely something I haven't done in a very, very long time. And it's scary, to put it plainly, but I think we're going to get through this probably sooner rather than later. I mean, a lot of the upturn in the market is because a lot of the hot spots in the US are saying that it's starting to flatten out. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see what this number actually ends up being, or if it's just like a blip in history. And, I mean, if we go back to like this time, it's not like movie theaters were closed saying you can't go out in public. It's, this is one of those things where it's stay home, don't do anything. But moving along, looking at the portfolio, we're up another $50 today. There was points where we were a little bit higher. We've fallen a little bit, but, as for the week goes, you can see that we're up $170, which is pretty nice. If we look at the 1 month view, we're down a little bit, but I mean, overall, we're in another one of those like bump ups to possibly go back down again. So if you are looking to buy companies right now because you think everything's going up, just be careful unless you're dollar cost averaging in. Don't go so crazy. I mean, there are companies that I could buy today that would help on my ratios, and I'll kind of go over that once we get into the stock portfolio portion. We'll just close out of that. But yeah, I mean, it's been rocky, but we've been getting back. And if I go to the year, it just kind of zooms it in too close. But yeah, a lot of it's just because a lot of it said it somewhere in the news when I was kind of peeking through. I use Robinhood as my daily news now, but they were saying like spots like New York were starting to slow down, which is, good positive news. But yeah, everything's kind of slowly flattened out. Looking at M1, that doesn't seem to change as much just because everything's spread out. But yeah, everything seems to be trending up, which is good. I mean, this only shows like what my portfolio value is, period. It doesn't show this. I guess it kind of does too, but yeah, it's similar format but different, which can be kind of confusing to look at. New look, we haven't seen this yet, but I'm sure a lot of you that have been using M1 Finance has seen the new look and how neat it is. I like it. I think it's different. It's cool. Yeah, I haven't really done anything with my holdings. I mean, I've kind of changed the ratios, but if we kind of look at activity, which I'll probably go back to Robinhood. Got a dividend today, this morning. A couple days ago, we bought some companies. Is there a way to order it? No, but yeah, there were some companies that, got like $40 put into it because it was so low. $50 in Merck. I mean, that's awesome, if you ask me. But yeah, dividends rolling in still. We've already got April dividends coming in. We got Coke and Nike, so that's good. Let's take a look at what Robinhood has, because it may have updated since the last time I've looked at it. One of the dividends for May has disappeared, so I don't know if that will come back or not. But yeah, we still got the same. Dr. Pepper about next week. Yeah, next week, and Altria Group coming at the end of the month. And you can kind of see some of the stuff I bought, and we'll go through that more once I get into the portfolio. But yeah, improvements are being made, which is awesome. Taking a look. So kind of what I was saying is there's still opportunities for me to dollar cost average down, even though things seem to be trending up. Is, like Ford is an example. I still like the company. I think they make great vehicles. And I could still lower it quite a bit because my average price is $7 and they're at $4. Bank of America is another example. There's still a lot of companies that I can average down. You'll also see, if you have been really good about paying attention, Sprint has been removed. They merged with T-Mobile, so I got the cash equivalent. So that's why I have $20 sitting in cash, because I had 2 stocks and they disappeared. So cool to that. With that, yeah, I mean, these companies have kind of gone up and down. We're starting to see a little bit more green. Heinz companies up in money, which is nice. TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab was up earlier in the day. Trying to see what other ones that weren't just like gifted, but taking a look at dividends, we ended the month with $11.12. There was one that was like given right away at the end, so you can see that we're already projected $6 for the next month, which is pretty big. But yeah, you can start to see like how fast these dividends are growing year over year. Granted, I've put in a lot of money as well because of this current situation, but I mean, just good to see it progress the way it has. I also did update projected dividends with my new additions and also the ones that have been cutting their dividends. I think the only one that I really adjusted negatively was NRZ, which went down to 20 cents a share, which is fine. Doesn't matter. It still holds the intrinsic value. A lot of the time people just kind of forget, like, oh, they cut their dividends, got to get rid of them. I mean, it's no different than holding like gold or anything. It's like, once you hold gold, it doesn't pay you money. Like, this company is still paying me money, and at any point, if I want to sell them, then I get the money that I bought for the company. So that's what an asset is. But yeah, and some went up. I think Coke went up a couple cents. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I updated it. So went up a little bit more money. And something that I thought about, or I looked into, is I was like, oh, $175. Let's see. If I got $175 every year for the next 40 years, because I'm 25, 65 would be retirement, that's an extra $7,000 over the course of my over my life, just from investing this small amount of money, let's say. I mean, $6,000 is a lot of money, but when you make so much every year and you just don't know where it goes, I mean, what does it really matter? So now flipping that again, if we do 184, just rounding it up a little bit, if I can hit the one. I'm messing up here. All right. 184 times 40 again. Now I have an extra $360 over the course of my life, just from the small difference in dividends. And I think I put an extra $200 in. So $200, which I could sell at any point to get the $200 back at the end of this, if it's not worth more later. Plus, I got $360 on top of it, just from the additions of those companies. That's something to keep in mind, is not only am I getting this every year over the course of my life, that's, over $7,000, plus at any point I can sell it for that value as well today. And that's, money that's mine. So whether it's going up or down, I mean, right now is, again, a good time to buy. I've been saying this the whole time. Does it scare me? Yes. But I know at the end of the day, this is a value that I can get out. Plus, I've been paid that's gone reinvested into this, because I've put a flat like $100 at a time here and there. So I've probably put in $3,100, but $68.35 has been dividends that I've reinvested back into the portfolio. So that's, what happened? What'd I do? There we are. I don't know what happened. But anyway, moving on to the M1 portfolio. We updated it for March. We ended the portfolio at the end with 2046.75. Excuse me, I have to sneeze really quick. It's actually a couple times that I sneezed, but yeah, it didn't quite update because I added 400 to try to even out. So this will be a little bit different going into next month. So it doesn't show a huge growth, and that's because there was one, I think I put in a couple dollars, just everything went down. And then the other piece of the puzzle is I skipped like a pay period, and that's why I had 400 extra in Robinhood. So it doesn't look like much of a change, but we can see the dividends did, again change. I don't know if it's quite double. No, it's not, but 3.82 times 2. Yeah, it's like $1 off from being twice as much, but it's still progress. If we take a peek over at this chart, this is my actual month over month income or dividends, and you can see that it's just been up each and every month, almost linearly. And you can see, like, if we compare it to my average, it is well above the average. You can see it's about $2 above the average, which is good. And again, you can kind of see that average yearly income that I have put over here. This has now had an automated system done for it, so it's not quite the same, but that's because I've also bought fractional shares, and this has to be percentage wise, because at any point I can add a position, like a sixth, or not a sixth, like 6/10 of a share. So it's not 100% easy to track that. So that's why it's very percentage based. Where Robinhood, I have exactly 2 shares of UIM. I have exactly 15 shares of ET, and I can look back at what they're currently paying for their yearly dividends. So that's where it kind of differs. But, as we can see right here, $47 is the average. Actually, I don't know if that's quite right. Times 12. It's not. So I'm not. Oh, that's like average income. So, okay, we'll just go with what the chart says. So 47, 43 times 40 years of my life. That's an extra $2,000. Not quite what the other portfolio is, but I think that's also because it's not going based off that, but it's hard to tell. So that's 3 months times 4 divided by 12, which is, I don't think that's right. Okay, let's try it again. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out the average. So that's 3 months. Man. So this is what I do sometimes. I just kind of sit here and play with the numbers. There we go. Times 4 divided by 12. That's probably more accurate. That's probably where it's getting that number from, is kind of balancing out these 3. So yeah, it's probably quite accurate. And again, once I get more money put into this portfolio, this one's a lot more of that compound interest as everything auto invests, where this one I manually do it. But yeah, and as we can see, it kind of flattened out quite a bit, because it's like, for what this chart sees, it seems like I didn't add any more money into my portfolio. And in reality, I did. So yeah, but it's going to show a big difference again next month, assuming it stays about the same at 24, 25. That'll help. Taking a look at the net worth tracker, I updated it this morning, except for these 3, just because they don't change a whole lot, but they kind of can at the same time. But as you can see, my watch loan is now below $2,000, so that's awesome. Again, it's sad that I couldn't have made the same amount of progress on it as I was planning on, but this is why I do these videos every couple weeks, because the plan does change from month to month. I 2 months ago did not predict that the stock market was going to be the way it's at, and I wanted to get the good deals. At the end of the day, I'm still way ahead of schedule of paying that off, which then in turn will put me ahead of paying off the car. So whether or not I choose to pay it off sooner or not, I completed my goal of doing something sooner and locking in my returns in a sense with that. So I'm pretty proud of that. I'll look forward to when it's below 11,000. That'll be really cool. That'll probably happen in a month or 2, depending on if I choose to continue investing over paying off the loan, or if I decide to pay off the loan. Again, the sale of my Mustang will definitely pretty much be the thing that pays it off. I'm just assuming my car is going to lose, about 250 each month would be my assumption, just because I am putting on more miles every month. And my type of car isn't very valuable. My watch will probably stay about the same. And that's just the intrinsic value of the piece itself, is that it just holds its value in a sense. I mean, it's lost some money, but it kind of hasn't at the same time. As you can see, the biggest change for why this month is up is because the portfolios are doing well today. That's really the only reason. All three of these variable accounts, have changed, and that's what's made the change over here, I guess. Just from where I ended last month to where I'm at this month, now that it's having such violent swings, I can buy incredibly low and then I get the value up pretty high. I never did this quite right, because I should be in April now updating it. I'll get to it. But yeah, I'll probably have to go back and fix this because I don't know if it's quite right. I was just like blanking in it. So this is what it should be for right here. We'll do that. And then we'll get that fixed up. But we'll just go over the numbers. And then savings and checking, about the same. I haven't quite spent this money that I got for my check because I need to pay off my credit card. So it's not technically $300. It should be about what it's been the last couple months. I just haven't done that yet. So anyway, we're at 16 minutes here in the video-ish. I don't know what time it would be on your end, but really happy to see things go up. Haven't really added much of anything, which, you can only put as much as you can, and I don't want to bankrupt myself just to try to fund my portfolio. But yeah, I'm really happy with some of the companies I was able to buy. The dividends have already started to roll in from Pepsi and Coke this month, and that's, it's really good. Can't wait till the next time when, instead of getting, 3 shares paid out by Coke, I have 4 now. So, I mean, it's not a big difference, but it's an extra 40 cents. So, yeah, and I can't wait till some of the recent purchases start paying as well. I'm just wondering how much the dividends are going to be affected right now because of the bailouts that the government said is for the next 6 months there will be no dividends paid if you did receive a bailout. Another one that I was really looking forward to, I think, Kraft. This only has 8 shares. There's another 2 the next time, so that'll be another 80 cents. So it'll be $4. So those are the dividends I like to see. And Altria Group's at 4. I think I bought that. 5. But it was like one that I recently added a little bit more. So that's really good. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling now, just kind of talking about stuff. I appreciate you guys when you stop by and watch this video. There's more on my channel if you want to look through and kind of see my progress I've made. I'll have to update this and fix it. But anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by. Take care and have a good day.